Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Defond FW Gaming, and welcome to part 2 of the Beginner's Guide to Battlefield 3. So, before I get into anything new in part 2, I want to talk about some things that I missed in part 1 that I definitely want to go over, now that I have some footage for it, and now that I actually remember to talk about it. So, first things first, let's step right into it. Alright, so the very first thing that I want to talk about is called Rambo Reviving, something you can do as Assault. This is where you run right into a fallen teammate, you don't think about the consequences, you don't think about anyone dying, and you just revive them and get out of there and leave them to be dead. And that's not good teamwork, that's screwing your teammates over. So a clip of what that's like is going to be popping up on the screen right now. Alright, so that's what it's like whenever you yourself get Rambo revived. Now, I don't know if that counted for me as an extra death or not, since I didn't click X to accept the revive. Someone's going to have to confirm me on that in the comments. Someone please leave a confirmation of whether that does happen for an extra death or not. I don't think it should, but you never know, it might. So, yeah, that's what that's like. Please don't do that. That's really bad teamwork. And now on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing that I forgot to talk about in the last video was the Recon class. I didn't forget to talk about it, I just didn't know what I was talking about, so I didn't say anything. The Recon class is basically your sniper class, and what you want to do is you want to set up a tactical position somewhere out of the battle range. You can't go in there and you can't Rambo someone like you can in Call of Duty. It doesn't work like that. You need to stay back, find a tactical position where you can view people through your scope, you need to spot people, set up spawn positions, all that stuff, all the stuff that the Recon can do. It's not just sit back and snipe, and I know I see a lot of people using just the Recon class and not even caring about the objective, and it kind of makes me angry because it's a team game and we can't win with a team full of snipers. It's not going to work. So try not to be nothing but a sniper. I mean, if you want to practice, that's cool, but don't be just stubborn and always play only sniper unless you know that you're like good at it and that your team needs it, because I'd rather have another assault medic, a support, or an engineer on the field than a team full of recons. That'd just be ridiculous. So whenever you're recon, make sure you spot as many people as you can, and if you don't know to spot somebody, when your cursor's over them or over an enemy or a tank or anything that has to do with the enemy, you can hit select and that'll spot them. That means that everyone can see them. A little red triangle will appear above their head. So that's how you do that if you didn't know. And that's what the Recon class is for long range assaults, to stay back, and to alert your teammates of an enemy's whereabouts. So now on to the newer tips. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the destructible environment. The environment is destructible. You can take an RPG, shoot it at a wall, and the wall is going to blow up. Unlike Call of Duty, everything is destructible. Almost everything. Majority of things are destructible. You can knife a fence, as I'm sure you see me do in the gameplay at some point, and the fence will go away and you can walk through it. Not all fences, not all walls, obviously. You can't walk up to a brick wall or a concrete wall, knife it, and it's gone. It doesn't work. But you can shoot an RPG at it, take a tank to it, and it's going to blow up. Use it as a secondary entrance. For example, if you're in rush and you're having problems walking through the door, blow up a way through. Blow your own way through to the objective. That's going to catch them off guard. Well, probably not, because there's the big explosion, but it's a way in, and it gives your team another way to get to the objective and the enemy one more place that they have to worry about people coming in from, and it helps your team no matter what. Just completely destroy any building that an objective is in, and I guarantee it's going to be 3 times, 5 times, 10 times as easy to get in there and get the objective. It's almost guaranteed. If someone's on the roof, you can probably destroy that roof. You can get them off that roof. Shoot an RPG at them, even if you miss, you just might blow the thing they're standing on up, and they're going to fall. So that's something really useful that I'm surprised I haven't seen people doing more often, because that was all over the place in Bad Company 2. So just keep that in mind. It could get you out of a tough spot, and it could change the game. The last thing I want to talk about is squad commander, squad leader, whatever you want to call it. Down next to your minimap, where it lists your squad mates, there will be a star between the squad leader's name and their class symbol, and that means that they're squad leader, and most of the time they are at the top. I've never seen any squad leader not be at the top, so I'm going to assume that they're always at the top of your squad list. So what the squad leader can do is they can look at an objective, they can aim down sight and stare at it. I don't know if you even have to aim down sight, but they can look at the objective, they can hit the spot button, which on PlayStation is select, on Xbox I'm pretty sure it's called back. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. And on PC, the default is Q. So what you can do is you'll select that for an attack objective or a defend objective, and if anything happens over there, you can get bonus points for shooting people when you're over there, shooting people near there. Just basically doing the objective, you get bonus points. And I'm pretty sure that the commander will get bonus points if the command is filled through, if it's fulfilled. I'm not sure, don't quote me on how that works. I know I say don't quote me on that a lot, I'm not very defined. But I haven't been squad commander enough to know if it's affected based on what happens. But I do know that it gets you a lot of bonus points. I racked up probably about maybe 200 bonus points one game just because I was squad leader and I was setting objectives left and right for my team to do, and anytime it was done, I didn't even think my squad did it because I was in a squad with all recons, and I got bonus points. A little thing popped up that said attack order followed, and it gave me bonus. I was like, cool, I followed my own order, so I got bonus points. That's kind of retarded. But hey, I'm not going to complain. So whenever you're squad leader, make sure you take advantage of that to give your squad some commands and use it to communicate, because whenever you're not using mics, that's the only way you have to communicate. When the other players aren't going to be listening to you talking on your mic, you can use that. You can spot people, spot things, use objectives, that sort of stuff, and it basically is the easiest way of communicating so that your team knows what your teammates, your squad mates, per se, know what you want to do. And so that's something that you really want to take advantage of and use. Okay, so that concludes my Battlefield Beginner's Guide. Please subscribe and stay tuned for some more advanced tips on Battlefield, on how to play Conquest, maybe even Rush. My favorite game type at the moment is Conquest, so I'm definitely going to be bringing you some tips and videos on how I like to play Conquest and how I personally end up doing good. So, please leave the video a rating. Please don't forget to do that. It always helps me out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Give me some feedback so I know what you like, what you don't like, etc. And that is all. This has been Defande for Double Gaming. Thank you a million for watching, and I will see you later.